The NCAA and Bob Jones University promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from the site of competition and other disciplinary action. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alumni Stadium for tonight's men's soccer match featuring the King University Tornado and your Bob Jones University Bruins. At this time, we ask that you please stand for a word of prayer, followed by our national anthem. For the anthem, please direct your attention to the press box at the top of the bleachers where you will find the flag. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for the beautiful evening you have given us for them to play soccer. We ask you to keep everyone safe tonight and that everything be done for your glory. And it's in Jesus' name, amen. And now let's meet the starters for the visiting Tornado. Number 2, Francisco Alvarez. Number 6, Ben Dalglish. Number 9, Renan Caruso. Number 12, Jake Moriarty. Number 14, Dan Hill. Number 15, Bay Moore. Number 19, Anderson Moore. Number 20, Paul Ogunboy. Number 21, Ryan Alliam. Number 26, Eric Swain. And number 34, Gavin Rue. And now it's time to meet the starters for your Bob Jones University Bruins. A senior from Taylor, South Carolina, number 4, Jake Provenzano. A senior from Pooler, Georgia, number 5, Matthias Ballady. A senior from Newark, Texas, number 6, Dallas Albert. A senior from Puerto Ordaz, Venezuela, number 10, Mario Figueroa. A senior from Spartanburg, South Carolina, number 12, Anthony Ruiz. A junior from Darien, Illinois, number 18, Bryce Ramler. A sophomore from Travelers Rest, South Carolina, number 19, Rise Solomon. A sophomore from Tanzania, number 20, David Issa. A sophomore from Lexington, South Carolina, number 23, Asher Rednick. A sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina, number 24, Reed Bergen. And a grad student from Jacksonville Beach, Florida, number 35, Cameron Braswell. The Bruins are coached by head coach Greg Fulton, assisted by Ryan McCarty and Micah Klein, and team manager Carson Vanderskell. It is a nice and cool evening here in Greenville, South Carolina. It is absolutely perfect for the show that we have for you tonight. My name is Trent Goldsmith, welcoming you to Alumni Stadium where the Bruins are taking on the King University Tornado. This marks the first ever time these two teams will meet, but there have been some common opponents this season to help us figure out how this thing might go tonight. Both teams have played Mars Hill this season, where the Bruins came away with a 1-0 win, and King came away with a 1-2 loss, whereas Bruins played Belmont Abbey with a 0-3 loss, and King came away with a 1-0 win. That was their last game, so they're coming off a great win at Belmont Abbey. King University gets the ball first, and it is sent up the field and headed away by Anthony Ruiz. The Tornado are a very defensive-minded team. They like to send the ball deep as much as they possibly can, and it's going to be hard to catch the Bruins defense on or off guard on the long balls, but they've been pretty decent at it so far this season. Anthony Ruiz on the right wing tonight. I was talking to Coach Fulton before the game. They're trying to expose the wings all night long. The King University has a very big midfield and only 3 in the back, and sometimes when they are on offensive attack, their wings get stuck too high, so that's going to cause a lot of room for a counterattack up the side. Starters for the Bruins tonight are pretty normal. Cam Braswell in goal. The back line of Jake Provenzano, Dallas Albert, Matthias Ballady, and David Issa. In the midfield, you have Rye Solomon, Reed Bergen, and Mario Figueroa. And up top, you have Bryce Ramler, Asher Rednick, and Anthony Ruiz. Flag stays down. That is over the bar. Bryce Ramler got past the line. Was at a weird angle for a shot, but the Bruins do strike first with the first shot of the game. Starters for the Tornado: number 2, Francisco Alvarez; 6, Ben Douglas; 9, Renan Caruso; 12, Jake Moriarty; 14, Dan Hill; 15, Bay Moore; 19, Anderson Moore; 20, Paul Ogunboy; 21, Ryan Alliam; 26, Eric Swain; and in the goalkeeping position, number 34, Gavin Rue. Gavin Rue's only played 1 game so far this season, where he allowed 2 goals but had 7 saves. That's Swain with it in the midfield, dropping it back to his captain. Jake Moriarty sends up the field. Issa in a foot race with Francisco Alvarez, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Took the referees a second to call out what the result of that play was, but Cam Braswell takes it and might take this one quickly. He thought about it, but there is a player off the field still. That's Alvarez down after the play with Issa. That ball is up to Issa on the left side. That one's out to the left wing to Bay Moore. Drops it back to Swain. That's Ogunboy. And that one's going to go out for a Bruins throw. Great pressure by a Rednick and Figueroa to get that ball away. Figueroa now with the ball. Trying to make some space, create some space. Back to Reed Bergen. Solid piece of this midfield all season long. Up to Jake Provenzano, the offensive right back. Looking for Asher Rednick in the middle, but headed away by Ogunboy. Figueroa, the key piece to this Bruins team. 3 goals, 3 assists on the season. Has the fancy footwork, can do it all. David Issa with a speedy left back, trying to get around his defender, and he can't. Without shoving him a little bit, it's going to be a free kick for the Tornado. As I said, it is a beautiful night here in Greenville. It's finally cooling down a little bit. We've had some harsh weather in the past couple of months, whether that's scorching heat or obviously hurricane weather. So we're finally coming into the fall season. Sent away by Root, sporting the yellow tonight. That's what made the referees, I think, sport the purple. Such a nice purple that they wear. That's Ramler with Moriarty on his back. Moriarty forces a throw-in for the Tornado. Moriarty is a senior captain from East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Went to Longmeadow High School. Dallas Albert. Out to Jake Provenzano. It's a little bit behind him. Provenzano comes and gets it easy, though. Both teams tonight have a heavy senior and sophomore presence on the field. Senior class at King is 16 players out of their 38 on the roster. Bryce Ramler. It's deflected and sent away. Matthias Bowdy gets it in the back. Finds Jake Provenzano. Again, Jake Provenzano has been very offensive-minded all season long. Ball up to a Rednick, and Rue comes and gets it. Jake Provenzano from his right back position has 3 goals on the season and 1 assist. That's the way it's been for both outbacks for the Bruins. David Issa doesn't have as many goals and assists, but he makes runs up the field constantly, and he's also known for his big diagonal pass across the field, which you'll probably see tonight. The ones we've seen all season long have been David Issa with the Anthony Ruiz connection. That's the big striker for King University trying to get through, and it's cleared away by Jake Provenzano. Ryan Alliam has been a threat to every team. Scored the game-winning goal against Belmont last game in the 1-0 win. Figueroa. Good tackle by Dan Hill. That one's dropped back to Moriarty. Gavin Rue, the junior from East London, England. From Jamestown Community College. Figueroa with the ball on the run. Tries to cut back. Tries to find some space and finds Reed Bergen in the midfield. He has some space in front of him. Reed Bergen. What's he going to do with it? Taps it into Bryce Ramler going far post. And too high and far away from Anthony Ruiz, and it goes out for an goal kick. Great offensive movement so far for the Bruins. We're 7 minutes in, and Bruins have double the opportunities the Tornado do. King University is an NCAA D2 opponent, so they do play at a higher level. But the Bruins have proven themselves in the past to play against this kind of competition and play against them very well. They drew Converse earlier this season. That's Alliam with a far-out shot. Gets deflected a couple times. Easy gather by Braswell. Quick throw. You'll see that a lot tonight, too, but to Anthony Ruiz. Ruiz takes it easy back to Dallas Albert. Alliam with the little pressure. Back to Braswell and over to Ballady. Issa finds Figueroa. Figueroa gets shoved off that ball and it's going to be called immediately. Figueroa always knows when he gets fouled. He just stops moving. That foul's on Eric Swain, number 26, the sophomore from Marietta, Georgia. Quick look across. Didn't get the right part of his foot, but Provenzano keeps it in anyway. Provenzano looks up the field to Asher Rednick. Out to Anthony Ruiz. Bruins playing 4 against nearly 7 or 8 right now. Again, very defensive-minded team this King University team is. And they love their counterattacks. Up to Alliam, but Albert wins that foot race at first. That ball is back out to David Issa. Great look up to Bryce Ramler. He's onside on the left wing. What's he going to do with it? He's going into the box toward Moriarty. Ramler to the top of the box to Figueroa. Figueroa with the shot and over the bar. Again, the movement on offense for the Bruins so far tonight in the first 9 minutes has been spectacular. Coach Fulton is definitely happy so far. They just got to find the back of the net on one of these opportunities and limit these counterattacks by the Tornado. That's Eric Swain looking up to Alliam, but headed away by Provenzano. Good patient touch by Bergen. Wins possession back for the Bruins. Albert, that's a risky pass across. Had Rena and Caruso with the heavy pressure holding off that angle. But Braswell is comfortable with the ball right now. Taking his time, looking up to Ramler again. Bryce Ramler's getting a workout tonight against Moriarty. Moriarty heads that one away at first, and the clear attempt is deflected out by Ramler. Jake Moriarty is the classic defender type, fast, strong, and stays in his spot. Watch a little bit of the game against Belmont Abbey. He is solid back there. Provenzano. Ball's cleared away by Ben Dalglish, the senior from Aberdeen, Scotland. I've been to Aberdeen, Scotland. I kind of liked it. Jake Provenzano's through. Jake Provenzano! And it gets deflected out for a corner kick for the Bruins. King University wanted a handball against the Redneck, but nothing was called. Ref is making his point. Anthony Ruiz will go out to take this corner kick for the Bruins. And nothing new here. They load the box with Bergen, Ballady, a Rednick, Ramler, and Albert. They're going to crash from the top of the 18. Reed Bergen in front of the goalkeeper. Anthony Ruiz into the box. Ramler! Can't get a solid head on it. And is cleared away. It will go out for a throw-in on the other side of the field for the Bruins. The ref tells David Issa to move back. Move back even more. Come on, Tuso. It has switched over to Ruiz and headed back to Provenzano. Solomon with pressure from Dan Hill. Gets away from Hill. Anthony Ruiz now in on his left toward the top of the box. Anthony Ruiz still going. Ruiz with the shot and deflected out. And it's going to be another corner kick for the Bruins. Amazing start. Can they put one away? Can they finish? Ruiz goes out to take this one too. Figueroa is the normal corner kick taker, but tonight Ruiz is taking both. They load the 6-yard box now, crowding the keeper. In short, headed out. Figueroa at the top of the box has it. Tries to find Provenzano. And Figueroa gets it right back, right in front of Eric Swain. Provenzano now. Oh, looking for a Rednick. Rednick can't get a touch. A Rednick would have been wide open for a shot. Had plenty of space, but couldn't get to the ball. Going to go out for a Bruins throw. Albert and Ballady will both head back to their defensive positions. Into Ruiz. Ruiz across into the middle to Figueroa. Issa overlaps now on the left side. And is that one going to get out in time for a corner kick? And it's saved. It's going to be a throw-in. Cam Braswell takes this moment to head up toward the center circle to talk to his defenders. Heavy touch by Figueroa. Gets it somehow to Ramler. Bryce Ramler heading to his left toward the line. Ramler across the middle, and no one finds it, but Ruiz is going to go out and try to save it. He does. Ruiz with the fancy footwork, trying to get past. Baymore gets in front of it, though. And here comes a counterattack by the Tornado. But it's slowed all the way down. Dropped back to Dalglish.
Great pressure by Rise Solomon. That's Hill. Looking over to Moore. Provenzano deciding what to do with it. Solomon tries to flick forward, but no one's there. Collected by Ogunboy. Over to Moriarty. That's Anderson Moore, number 19. Out to Baymore. Into the middle. Headed up into the air. That's going to be gathered by Cam Braswell pretty easily. Great defense by Dallas Albert. The Bruins have been comfortable with the counterattack so far. But again, it takes one little seam for King University to find where they're in with a one-on-one with Cam Braswell. And Allium, as big as he is, can find that seam. Rednick up the line, cuts back down the line on his left foot. Rednick looking towards the middle, looking for someone that's going to be way out in front, or over Anthony Ruiz, rather. And Ruiz can't get that one to stay in bounds. In case anyone is wondering, Ryan Allium, the striker for the Tornado, is 6'4". He is huge. Put in perspective, he is about 10 inches taller than Mario Figueroa. Luckily, Matthias Balladie's pretty tall too, but it looks like Allium has about 40 pounds on him. And that one's going to be a foul called against Issa. Tornado with a free kick right inside the offensive half. Moriarty tells his teammates to move up. Excuse me, that. Can't tell who that is, actually. That is Ben Dalglish taking the kick, number 6. No, it's not. Dalglish is in the box. Wow. It is Francisco Alvarez taking the kick. Sorry about that. The Tornado are loading the box. They have 5 in there. High into the box, into the middle. David Issa gets there first. Provenzano kicks it out. Rambler flicks it ahead to Figueroa. Bruins have a chance for a counter to Rue. I think if the Bruins were just a little bit more patient on that, they would have had more players up there. That's Allium looking out wide to Baymore. Baymore up against Provenzano. Moore trying to get into the box. He does. Cuts back to his right and now to his left. And great. Oh, wow. That was a risky tackle by Albert. And Baymore almost got that one on net, but Cam Braswell was ready for it. Albert switches over to his fellow center back, Matthias Balladie. Out to David Issa. A good step by Alvarez. Makes Issa fumble that a little bit, and that's going to go out for a Bruins throw. Coming into this game, Bruins coaches were worried about how will they start. How will the Bruins start? They've seen both extremes. They've seen scoring within the first 5 minutes, but they've also seen starting sluggish and allowing the team to score on their first opportunity they have. Tonight, it's been a very good start. We're 19 minutes into the half. Bruins have had most of possession, have had much more offensive attacks than the Tornado, but they can't let off the gas because the Tornado have the ability to score and score quickly. And they've shown that they're content with one goal. Last game against Belmont Abbey, they scored their one goal in the 55th minute of the game, and they parked the bus. Like 10 of their 11 players were in the defensive third of the field, and they were fine doing that. They were fine letting the team attack them and clear it out. A Rednick trying to get there, and he can't tap it around Rue. Good aggressive slide into the box to grab it by Gavin Rue. Dalglish. Out to Hill. Into Ogunboy. Ogunboy over to Alvarez, making a run up the field. Touches in. That's Anderson Moore. Anderson Moore into Allium. Oh, good foot by Reed Bergen. And Bergen still has the ball in possession. Amazing footwork by Reed Bergen. He just gets away from like 4 people. And that one's going to go out for a Bruins throw. Bergen showcasing why he won that starting spot at the very beginning of the season. A Rednick. A Rednick trying to find a good choice. Tries to cut in. He does. He gets away from defenders. A Rednick runs in to Ogunboy, and it's going to be cleared out by Hill. Aggressive play, and the Bruins win a free kick. Ogunboy and Hill were both tugging a little bit at Asher Rednick, and that's in the danger zone for the Bruins offense. Figueroa Ruiz will probably stand over it like they normally do. And they're going to send up Albert and Ballady and Provenzano. They're going to join Bryce Ramler in the box. The set pieces have been pretty solid this year for the Bruins. Figueroa putting it near post off the bar. What a shot from far out by Mario Figueroa, just inches away from a career highlight goal. Man, no, I did not expect him to shoot it from that far out. What a strike. Oh, King University's breathing a sigh of relief right now. And now all the Tornado can do is just relax a little bit before they try to go up the field again. That's Caruso. Bergen wins the 50-50 originally. Man, there are 4 people around the same ball. It is getting a little messy. But Anderson Moore comes out with it. Drops it back to Moriarty in the middle. Moriarty looking to go forward and to his right. Finds Alvarez. Back to Moriarty. Up in the air to Allium. Allium with Albert on his back. And Albert says, not today, not right now. Tornado win the ball back. Bay Moore into the box, far post, and that goes over the head. Figueroa. No advantage called on that. And they rolled the ball back to where Figueroa was fouled. The foul against number 2, Francisco Alvarez. It's a trying to slip it to Bryce Ramler, but straight to the feet of Ogunboy. Switched over. Great look from that other side by Alvarez. Eric Swain could not win that foot race with Dallas Albert. A Rednick going hard at that one. That one gets past, but Ogunboy's there to drop it back to Rue. A Rednick continues small pressure. But it's easy out to Moriarty. Ramler gets around. Solomon into a Rednick. And I think a Rednick knew that he was offsides, so he limited his run. Dalglish. Sends it all the way up. The middle of the field is wide open. If Dalglish tried to send that to Caruso instead, Allium took Albert out of the middle. And Bowdy wasn't quite looking. Caruso now has the ball right now, but he had a lot of space on that send. But Dalglish tried to get Allium instead. Back to Baymore into the box. Alvarez is there, but headed away by Issa. Ramler is going to take all the space in front of him again. The wings get caught up high. Great defense by Moriarty, but kicks that one right back to the Bruins. Bergen now at the ball in the middle of the field. Looks over on the right side to Provenzano. Provenzano tips it ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz with the speed, trying to keep it in bounds. And he can't quite get the best touch on it. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Still no subs on for either team, but it looks like number 2, Ryland Bolt, is getting a talking to by head coach Greg Fulton, about to come in. Also surprised King University hasn't subbed yet. They have the roster too. Downhill, back to Ogunboy, up to Caruso. Caruso looking for Swain, but cut off by Matthias Ballady. Again, Ballady, rock solid all season long. Figueroa, using his just pure soccer ability to get up the field by himself, finds Provenzano on the right wing. Ruiz cuts inside. Ruiz trying to shield off. And good tackle by Hill. And the clock will stop. And it looks like they're going to give Ruiz a yellow. That's a soft yellow in my opinion. And the card goes up. At first I thought the card was going back in the pocket, but Anthony Ruiz gets a yellow card. Again, in my opinion, that was soft. That was a foul. I agree with the foul call. But to pull out your caution card, I don't know. No damage done with that yellow. Just got to be careful not to get another one. Gavin Rue's going to come up to take this one. And they're going to try to boom it over the line. Super deep into the box, and Braswell, the wide receiver, is going to just catch that one. He's not actually a wide receiver. He just really acts like it. He catches everything. There's that diagonal pass from Issa to Ruiz. And Ruiz tries to crash on Rue. Those passes by Issa are just always spot on. That one's a little in front. Into the box. Oh, no. Bowdy or Albert slips. Great recovery by Provenzano. And another great recovery by Ramler. And now Ruiz on a run. Ruiz, a lot of space in front. Figueroa coming up to the middle. Ruiz splitting off to a Rednick. Asher Rednick too far in front of him and hit. That one is going to go out of bounds for a corner kick. That touch into the box by Rednick was just a little bit too strong. And this is when subs will come on for each team. Ryland Bolt on for the Bruins, coming in for Asher Rednick. The King University subs will wait till the next dead ball. Ryland Bolt, 1 goal, 3 assists on the season. Again, Ruiz will take this one. Has taken all the corner kicks so far tonight. Ruiz into the box, into the middle. Provenzano. Can't get a solid head. Going to go out for a goal kick. Subs will come on. Number 21 and 26 are out. And number 11 and 23 are on. So coming on for the Tornadoes, Leonardo Mercandes and Campbell Moore. Issa back to Ballady. No foul called against Moriarty. Ramler wanted it. The Tornado move up the field a little bit until getting cut off by Ryland Bolt. Good pressure. And now that one's going to be called. And he's going to pull out a yellow for that again. And Bryce Ramler will get a yellow card. I mean, I'm not a professional referee, but both these yellows have been soft. I don't really know how that's a yellow card. I mean, it's a foul. I agree. Interesting. Bruins now with 2 yellow cards in the first half. One on Ruiz, one on Ramler. Pierre Jean-Philippe coming in for Bryce Ramler, the freshman from Lehigh Acres, Florida. He has a lot of speed, and we've seen spurts of it in the last few games, especially as he's getting more comfortable and confident on the field. First touches by Leonardo Mercandes. Provenzano picks that one off, but bad touch, and now Baymore has it. He's going to drop it back to Dalglish. Up to Hill. Dalglish trying to send up. That's Caruso now playing at the top now that Alliam is out. The ref tells Provenzano to scoot back on the throw, and even though the throw-in did not go out right there, it's fine. Ruiz wins that ball back momentarily, and now Ogunboy drops back to Moriarty, and King gains back possession. Up to Caruso. Caruso lets it go past him. Now Campbell Moore on the ball. Campbell Moore going against Dallas Albert, gets cut off, drops it back. Great poke away by Pierre Jean-Philippe, and here's the speed. Here it comes. He has all the space in the world. Rye Solomon, Anthony Ruiz going up with him. Ryland Bolt cutting toward the flag. Ryland Bolt on his left foot, sends it into the box on the ground. And that one's going to be poked away and out for a throw-in by Dalglish. Ryland Bolt has this very long throw-in, and they're going to treat this one like a mini corner kick. Send up Ballady and Albert. They scored on this very early on in the season. Here comes Bolt's throw-in into the box. Near post. Flicked on! That's an own goal! That's into the net! I'm pretty sure that flicked off a defender's head. I don't know. It may have been Ballady. I can't tell. And the Bruins lead 1-0 with just under 13 to go. We're going to have to watch that one back to know whose head it went off of. I couldn't tell from up here. It looked like Moriarty's head. And King University has the ball again. And that did indeed go off of Jake Moriarty's head. Own goal against King University. Bruins lead 1-0. Caruso with the ball at the top of the box, trying to find the best crease to find, and that one gets poked around. And now Mercandes out to Moore. Back to Mercandes. Caruso again. Shot gets blocked by Reed Bergen. And Ryland Bolt trying to win a foot race and almost gets there, but it's dropped back to Rue. That was the second goal scored by the Bruins on that long throw-in from Ryland Bolt. So Ryland Bolt technically does get an assist on that. Great ball through the line and saved by Braswell. Alvarez got around Issa with a lot of speed. David Issa is pretty fast, but Alvarez got around him and put a shot on frame, but saved by Cam Braswell. We've seen a lot of great saves from him this season. It's going to be a corner kick for the Tornado. This one's going to be taken by Mercandes into the box and swings it and over the head of Moore, out for a Bruins throw deep in their defensive third. Two Bruins subs will come on. Number 15, Will Hotchkin, and number 7, Eli Solomon. Going to come in for number 10, Mario Figueroa, and number 12, Anthony Ruiz. So 15 in for 10, 7 in for 12. Provenzano waiting to throw the ball in. Ry Solomon tries to flick it ahead. And Eli tips it back out for a King throw-in. Braswell instructing his defense. Heavy pressure by Will Hotchkin, and that one's forced out for a Bruins throw. Great defense by Will Hotchkin as he comes into this game. This ref is picky when it comes to where throw-ins are. Provenzano took one step back, and he takes one step back forward to where he was before the whistle blew. Ogunboy. That's Alvarez back to Moriarty. Mercandes. Little give and go with Bay Moore. And that one's going to be a foul against Mercandes. Yellow card stays in the pocket of the ref. Issa out the ball on the left side. Sends it up to Ryland Bolt. Ryland Bolt gets past Ogunboy. Ryland Bolt one-on-one with the keeper. Ryland Bolt gets it in and can't get it into the net. He said it was tipped by Rue, and it indeed was tipped by Rue. So that'll go in as a save by Gavin Rue. Out for a Bruins throw. Eli Solomon going to take this one for the Bruins. Bruins gather at the top of the box, waiting to crash. They're going to send all but two. Eli Solomon has delivered some great corner kicks in his time this season. Solomon swings in with his left foot low on the ground, and it gets hit out immediately for a throw-in. Hotchkin is stuck going backwards, and all he has to do is drop it back to Braswell. Dallas Albert wants a run, but he's going to have to run back to his spot. Hodgkin uses speed to get past Hill. Ryland Bolt gets the ball. Now Provenzano finds Hodgkin. Hodgkin trips over the ball a little bit. Going to be out for another Bruins throw. Eli Solomon gets to the top of the box. Doesn't get it at the right angle and is fighting for it still. And now Mercandi's with the ball, trying to figure out what to do with it. Finds Moore. Back to Mercandi's, out to Alvarez, back to Moriarty. The Tornado are trying to get a goal back desperately before halftime. You can tell they're in a hurry. Jean-Philippe finds Ryland Bolt. Ryland Bolt can't get a good touch. Moriarty gets that one away. And now Alvarez into Moriarty. Moriarty from the top, and it goes over the bar. And it was deflected out for a corner kick by Reed Bergen. This one's going to be taken by number 11, Mercandi's again. Clock will stop while we wait for a ball. You know, King University's crying for a ball, but they could go get the one right behind the net. They'll crowd the box. Mercandi sends it in. Far post. Oh, and that shot almost got through the line of defenders by Bay Moore. But it was hit out by Provenzano. Good last-second crash by Bay Moore right on that back post. And the Tornado will get another shot here from the other side. This one's going to be taken by Francisco Alvarez. They're going to crowd the 6-yard box again. Ogunboy standing in the way of Braswell. Back post. And Ballady heads that one away. Mercandi's on the ball. Now out to Hill. Hill into the box. Ogunboy was there, along with Bay Moore. That's a shot by Caruso and another corner kick by King. Bruins struggling to gain possession back. Ogunboy, the 6'4" junior defender, is the one that's crowding around Cam Braswell, who stands around 6'1", 6'2". Into the box again. Third straight corner kick and headed away at first. Another shot by Caruso. Goes just to the left of the post, out for a goal kick. Bruins connects Hale. So Serene and Caruso with two solid shots on that. Provenzano wishful thinking, trying to get up the Bolt. And King University has the ball back. Dalglish to Dan Hill. Now Ogunboy in the middle. Back in his center back spot. Now Moriarty. Tuso takes that one away. Excuse me, David Issa. I know him as Tuso. They call him Tuso on the team, and I get stuck calling him Tuso sometimes. David Issa takes it away, but his send up the field goes right to the feet of Root. Mercandi's looking forward, trying to send it up. Doesn't time it right, but now does. Up to Alvarez, and that's going to go out for a Bruins throw. David Issa will take this one with just over 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Bruins still up 1-0 again on the own goal by Jake Moriarty. Dalglish has a lot of space in front of him. He could use it, but cuts back to the other side. That one's picked off by Ryland Bolt. Ryland Bolt in on net, and that goes too wide again. Oh, Ryland Bolt wants that one back. That was a bad pass by Dalglish, and Bolt couldn't capitalize. Could have easily been 2-0 Bruins going into halftime. Bolt can't let that bother him. He has to move on. He'll get more chances if he makes the same kind of runs and has the same kind of pressure. Another Bruins throw. 2 minutes left. Headed back forward to the feet of Anderson Moore, and now up to Caruso. And another Bruins throw. Great defense by Matthias Bowdy to force that throw in. Big throw by David Issa up the field. Goes to the feet of Ogunboy. Heavy challenge by Bolt. And the clock stops. Is that going to be a third yellow for the Bruins? It will be. Ryland Bolt now with a yellow card. And that's Mercandes on the ground. Seems to be okay. Is limping a little bit. Just over 1 minute to go. Moriarty is going to take this free kick after he's done with his conversation with the ref. And now both coaches are talking to the ref. Coach Mark Bell from King and Coach Greg Fulton from Bob Jones. And after all of that, play will finally resume. Again, just over 1 minute to go. King University with a minute to try to get this one knotted at one going to halftime. And that was going to be an easy gather by Braswell. And Braswell's going to take his time, as he's very good at doing. He's going to let this one on the ground and kick it all the way up the field towards Pierre-Jean-Philippe, headed away by Moriarty, out for a Bruins throw-in. 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Curious to see how rushed the Bruins are. David Issa doesn't seem too rushed. I think the Bruins are content with this 1-0 lead going into halftime. They controlled the offensive attacks for about the first 30 minutes, I'd say, of the half. And then King University started to get their counterattacks going. Had a few corner kicks in a row. Had a few very good looks for a goal. Great plays. That one is sent up by Dalglish, but headed away for a little bit by Pierre-Jean-Philippe. Heavy pressure. Nothing is called. Great tackle by Will Hodgkin. And that one is going to wrap up the first half. The Bruins go into the half with a 1-0 lead against the NCAA D2 opponent, King University, on the own goal by Jake Moriarty. This second half is brewing up to be one exciting 45 minutes, and that's going to resume in just 15 minutes. So I encourage you to come back. We're back here for an exciting next 45 minutes of this match. It's going to get close. My name is Trenton Goldsmith. I'm still with you, and I'll be with you here the rest of the night and this upcoming weekend. In homecoming weekend, the Bruins women's soccer team plays on Saturday at 4 p.m. here at Alumni Stadium, and then the men's soccer team plays after them at 7 p.m. Both games here at Alumni Stadium. We'd love to see you out here. It's going to be a packed crowd for homecoming weekend. And if not, like I said, I'll be here calling the game for anyone at home. Bruins will start off this half with the ball. They come into the half with a 1-0 lead off of the own goal by Jake Moriarty. Bruins lineup is the same as what they started the game with. Little difference for the King University Tornado, number 41, Eric Martinez, the junior from La Altagracia DR, is now starting this second half. Tornado get an early throw in into the feet of Anderson Moore. Back to Dalglish and to Ogunboy. Ogunboy wreaked havoc on the Bruins in the first half. Just a big presence. Made some of those corner kicks for the King University Tornado very close to scoring, as he was the one standing in front of Cam Braswell. Switching fields on the diagonal pass. Looking up to Martinez, and that goes out of bounds for a Bruins throw. And David Issa is going to take this one and drop it back to Matthias Ballady. Across to Dallas Albert and out looking to Jake Provenzano. Provenzano looking up to a Rednick, trying to flick on to Anthony Ruiz. He was through, but the flick gets intercepted by Ben Dalglish. That would have been an early chance here in the second half to make it 2-0. Ball sent all the way up with hopes to get to Baymore. It does not. It's going to go out for a Bruins throw. Campbell Moore is starting the second half in the striker position. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Baymore, Anderson Moore, and Campbell Moore are all brothers. The clock will stop on this one, and not entirely sure what is happening right now. Ref is checking. Pretty sure that was Dan Hill on the ground. It was Dan Hill. And now the refs try to decide what to do with it. I assume it's just going to be a simple drop to the feet of Ogunboy. And play will resume. It's exactly what it is. Ogunboy takes his chance, sends it out to Martinez. Ramler's there to head it up into the air, though. Ramler again. And that one's going to go out for a Tornado throw. Deflected out for another throw. Martinez taking this one as well. David Issa tries to clear it out, and now that's a deep throw by the Bruins. Coach Fulton's son is now a ball boy on this side. Apparently there were some complaints in the first half for the lack of ball boys, but we got through the half, so it's all that really matters. Tornado making a run, and Reed Bergen takes it away. Bruins try to get possession. They haven't really had it so far in the half. There's been heavy pressure against them, and Martinez is going to get blown for a foul on that one. And again, the caution card stays in the pocket. Bruins take it quickly, work it back away to the other side to Jake Provenzano, looking for his options. That pass to Rednick is off target, but Rye Solomon is there with a burst of speed. A great tackle by Eric Swain, though. And back to the Bruins' feet. Back and forth we go to start this second half. And now the Bruins look to start their first real possession. Dallas Albert dribbling up the field, finds Provenzano. Provenzano gets a bad touch. Somehow gets the ball back. And that's Reed Bergen in the middle. Bergen out to Ramler. Can Ramler get a touch? He cannot, and he saves it momentarily, but the spin causes that one to go out of bounds. Moriarty to Martinez. Oh. Moriarty was trying to get away from a Rednick. He does. Good touch by Martinez to get that away from Bergen. Sends it across, and that goes back in attempts to Eric Swain. And back over here to Leonardo Mercandis. Diagonal pass up the field, and that one's going to be too far out of reach for Anderson Moore. Anderson Moore almost got there. The Bruins defense kind of gave up on it. I'm glad it went out of bounds for the Bruins' sake. Would have ended up being Anderson Moore and Cam Braswell face-off. Ballady to Albert. Albert back to Braswell. Braswell up to Issa, but over the head. Martinez with the throw. Moriarty, the senior captain. Mercandis. Good heel flick. But Bowdy was tugged to the ground on that. Nothing called. Mercandis. Fancy footwork. And that one's back to Ogunboy. Great pressure by Rye Solomon and Anthony Ruiz. It's out for another throw for the Tornado. Not handled well by Anderson Moore, and that's going to be a foul called against Anderson Moore. Number 19. It's going to be a Bruins free kick. Davidis is all by himself on this left side. He's going to come in, and Provenzano looks to be going to kick it up the field. Ruiz tries to turn him, and that goes out for a Bruins throw. Provenzano looking to go quick. Finds a Rednick, trying to flick it over his head to Ruiz. Ruiz looking to gather it with Moore on his back. That's a takeaway by Dan Hill and sent away. Figueroa is going to win a free kick. Foul against Anderson Moore again. Reed Bergen's going to take this one. They're going to send people up. Bruins looking to make this game 2-0. Add a little bit more comfort. 2-0 is still a dangerous lead to have often causes overconfidence. Rice Solomon into the box, trying to get it in there, but deflected. Ogunboy heads it out. Ruiz. Back to Bergen. Bergen keeps it in. Looking diagonally to Ramler. Gets taken away by Martinez. Martinez with a burst of speed going forward. Martinez has Campbell Moore in the middle. Martinez cuts back in, dribbling himself. Tries to take it all the way by himself so far. Out to Swain. And now to Moore. Campbell Moore in the corner against Matthias Bowdy. And Matthias Bowdy. Oh, basically just his presence made that one go out of bounds. I think it scared Moore a little bit, to be honest. He jumped and he lost control of the ball. Figueroa has that fancy footwork. Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Cuts back. Playing a little red light, green light against Leonardo Mercandis. And switches it all the way over to Jake Provenzano. Provenzano with heavy pressure. He gets past a couple defenders, slips it through. Anthony Ruiz in the corner. Ruiz with the footwork, back on his left foot. Ruiz trying to get back to his right, and that one gets cut off and away. Tried to get a little too fancy there. Couldn't split 3 defenders. It's a very tough thing to do. Good tackle by Ramler to get that ball away from Martinez. Issa with the shield. And he's going to win a free kick. Dallas Albert with the ball going forward, looking up, but goes back to Cam Braswell. Bruins taking their time right now with possession. And Bowdy trying to move forward. Bergen sends it up to Ramler. Flag stays down. Ramler's onside. The goalkeeper is out. Ramler, not a good pass into the middle. And easily picked up by Gavin Rue. Swain against David Issa. Swain trying to get past this, so he does originally into the box. Swain and headed out up into the air and cleared out by David Issa. Cam Brownsville's out of his box though. That's a shot. Hit off of Matthias Bowdy. Swain with the ball again with a shot from outside. It's a little, looks like a pass actually. And it's finally away. Swain gets it back. Great tackle against Figueroa. And Ruiz is on a run. Ruiz has a Rednick up in front of him. Rednick gets past Ogunboy. Rednick on his left foot. Cuts back to his right. Rednick. Asher Rednick puts it in the net. Makes it 2-0. What a cutback against Ogunboy. 2-0, 34 to go. What a goal by Asher Rednick for his 6th of the season.
Bruins goal scored by Asher Rednick.
Huge. That's huge going forward. Bruins with a 2-0 lead. Asher Rednick delivers the ball to the midfield. A sub will come on. Looks to be Renan Caruso coming back onto the field for Anderson Moore. Bruins with a lot of energy right now. I think they want another one soon. Can King University respond and cut this lead in half? They are one counterattack away from being right back in this thing. Heavy pressure again. Bruins have a spark of energy after that goal. They want another one so bad. Heavy pressure by Figueroa and Ruiz takes that one away, and that's going to be a foul called against number 26, Eric Swain. Up into the air to Ramler. Ramler gets past. Rednick trying to get past Ogunboy, but Ogunboy kicks that one into the night sky. Big header back by Issa. Caruso. First pass going back in. And Dan Hill runs straight into the back of Matthias Ballady. Ballady chuckles at him. Braswell. He can't play with it too much. That was heavy pressure by Caruso. Soft passes around the box, but Bergen dribbles up the field, finds Figueroa with space in front. Arednik on another run. Ramler coming up on the left side. Figueroa taking all the space he can. Mario Figueroa with his right foot puts it into the back of the net. It's 3-0. 2 goals in 3 minutes for the Bruins. Mario Figueroa now.
Bruins goal scored by number 10, Mario Figueroa.
And King University's falling apart. How about this for a tornado? King University looks lost right now. They look defeated, and there's still 32 and a half minutes to go. That was Mario Figueroa's 4th goal of the season. He continues to add to his case to be the All-Region Player of the Year. Tornado turned to the bench again. Francisco Alvarez back into the game. Chris Neal into the game. And looking for that last sub coming on in for Ben Dalglish. It'll be his first break so far tonight. Looks to be number 4, Kirk Rahill, getting his first time of the night. The 6'3" senior from RD, Ireland. I want to remind all Bruins fans watching this right now, this is an NCAA D2 opponent that recently beat Belmont Abbey on the road, a team in which the Bruins lost on the road 3-0. That was almost taken away by Figueroa again. Heavy pressure by Rise Solomon in the middle on the back of Mercandes, and Mercandes gets that one away and out to Moriarty. Tipped out by Issa. Tornado throw. Mercandes into Caruso. Caruso dribbling forward, trying to get it past Matthias Ballady. Rock solid defense by Ballady. Tipped away again. Bergen to Ramler to Figueroa. And the Bruins trying to score one more time at least. On another run, a little bit. Being patient with Jake Provenzano in the back. Moving forward still. Anthony Ruiz back flicks it. Oh my goodness, what a give and go. Ruiz with some space in front. Bruins on the run. Ruiz trying to feed it into Arednik. Back to Anthony Ruiz, who is called offsides. He did leave a little early on that give and go. Man. Ruiz, if he was just a step farther behind, could have been 4-0 very quickly. Arednik, heavy pressure against. And Bruins win that back. Figueroa with the ball in the midfield. Finds Rise Solomon. Solomon to his left to Bryce Ramler. Back to Solomon. To Figueroa at the top of the box. Mario Figueroa over to Ruiz. Ruiz still there at the top of the box. Ruiz with his right foot across. Gets deflected, has it back. Back to Mario Figueroa. And Figueroa's just going to get shoved. And nothing is called. And the Tornado are on the run. And that one by Bergen is called, and the Bruins bench explodes. Clock will stop. Ref talking to Caruso. And King University is using this as a chance to score, sends all but 2 up. Mercandes is going to take this one and put it into the box. Right into the middle of the box by the PK spot. Headed out to the feet of Alvarez. Into the box again. Alvarez, good give and go, but Alvarez is far offside. And the Bruins defense knew it right away. Fist pump by Cam Braswell. He's proud of his defensive line so far tonight. Just under 30 minutes to go here in the game. Bruins lead 3-0. A Rednick gets that ball back to the feet of Rice Solomon to Anthony Ruiz. Back heel. Provenzano back out to Ruiz. Ruiz with it on the side. Into the box. Gathered by Rue initially. Kicked by Asher Rednick. Rue did not have possession of the ball. Rice Solomon gets it back. Into the box. Figueroa now at the ball. Bergen takes his invitation to be aggressive after Figueroa gets battled down by two people. Tornado gets the ball back. Oh, that pass was almost picked off by Anthony Ruiz. Little bouncer. Alvarez running up the right wing. Has a lot of space in that back post. Sent into the box, headed away by guess who? Dallas Albert. Tornado regained possession into the box again. And that's Bryce Ramler out on it. Figueroa around his defender, getting tugged back. Still nothing called. What a touch. And he's getting his jersey tugged. And that should be a yellow card. It's a stop of an offensive possession, and the card stays in the pocket. Greg Fulton is beside himself right now on the sideline. The card stays in the pocket. Wow, that is unreal. That's a... Anthony Ruiz says, I don't care. Give me that. I'm going to put it into the box. Anthony Ruiz! What a save by Rue. Foul against Reed Bergen. All the way across to Kirk Rahill. Up to Mercandes. That's Caruso with a shot. Hits his own defender in the back. And now Alvarez gathers it. Into Caruso again. Hits his face. Caruso cutting back to his left foot. Out to Mercandes, looking for an opportunity. Flick back. That's a shot by Alvarez, deflected by Bryce Ramler, who got in the way of that. Out for a King University throw. Or excuse me, corner kick. Will Hotchkin, Eli Solomon, and Micah Hennigan on the line ready to come in for the Bruins on their next dead ball. Mercandes taking this one for King University. They load the box once more, trying to get a 3-1 deficit. Fast one into the box, far post, tipped away by Cam Braswell. Oh man, that one would have gone straight to the head of, who is that? I think Bay Moore was the one that was there. Excuse me, no, that was another corner kick out. Good tackle by Provenzano on that previous one. That was Eric Swain. That was going to be all over that. But Braswell got a hand on it. 25 minutes to go. 20 minutes down. It's been a great 20 minutes for the Bruins. Not so much for the Tornado, but they're trying to change that narrative right now. They load the 6-yard box, crowding Cam Braswell as much as they possibly can. Hands raised in the air. And raised in the air again and put into the middle of the box. That's Bergen heading it out. Good pressure by Ruiz from behind. Shot near post. Out for a goal kick. And the Bruins defense remains as solid as a rock. So Ryland Bolt's going to join the ones going into the game. Rye Solomon, Asher Rednick, Anthony Ruiz, and Bryce Ramler all going out for the Bruins. Bolt now on the striker position. Micah Hennigan, left wing. Eli Solomon, right wing. Will Hodgkin joins the middle with Mario Figueroa. Braswell is going to waste just a little bit of time, as he does on all goal kicks. And he's going to kick that one short to Ballady. He drives opponents crazy when he does this. He makes it look like he's thinking real hard. Oh, that's a diagonal pass. That one's going to be a little bit short. But Hodgkin tries to get that one back away from Swain. Swain gets it back up to Neal. Neal, great pass to Alvarez. Alvarez trying to get past Tuso. Alvarez into the box, far post, and no one is home. Put back into the box by Eric Martinez. Jumbled around and gathered by Braswell. No panic whatsoever by Cam Braswell and his defense. Common throw you see out to David Issa. Makes his defense miss. Micah Hennigan keeps that one in bounds. Finds Figueroa in the middle. Oh, big touch by Figueroa. Neal slips. Figueroa gets it back. Splits those defenders. Mario Figueroa up to Will Hodgkin. Will Hodgkin can't go. He's right there. He didn't know the ball was still in the box. He was looking up the field. Ballady, good step up to Figueroa. Ballady remaining up there. Ryland Bolt out to Micah Hennigan. Ballady's still up front. Micah Hennigan is trying to get that deflection back out. Kicked up to Caruso. Clock will stop for something. And a yellow card given to number 23, Campbell Moore, which I assume is for talking. Got to write down Campbell Moore's information on the back of that. He wasn't ready for play to resume. And play will resume now. Will Hodgkin getting back on defense. And sends it up to Eli Solomon. Good first touch by Eli Solomon. Solomon's on his left foot, but that one touch got away from him a little bit. Gets the ball back, though. Turns down the line. He's left foot dominant. Drops back to Hodgkin, but that one gets picked off. And sent up the field. Mercandi's now on the ball. Bergen gets in the way of that. And Hodgkin now with the ball. To Bolt, tipped on to Figueroa. Figueroa trying to get away from Ogunboy, but Ogunboy's tackle was too much. Out on the side to Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez cutting into the middle. And Reed Bergen read that pass like a book. I don't know if you can hear that on the stream, but Cam Braswell just said, relax, relax, relax. And it's exactly what they did. This team trusts Cam Braswell. They voted on him to be a captain in the preseason. And if he says something, they usually follow it. Figueroa looking up quickly to Eli Solomon. What a look. How did he see that? Eli Solomon gets the ball in the corner. With his right foot, easy one off of Martinez. Out for a Bruins corner kick, and Solomon's going to go take this one with his banana curl left foot. I would not be surprised if Solomon tries to put this one back post straight into the net. Bruins looking to crash from the top of the 18. Bergen being the pest in the middle. Eli Solomon puts it into the net, or puts it into the middle. Headed away by a defense. One touch by Figueroa, not quite. Figueroa with the ball back. Micah Hennigan, back post, and that one's going to go out for a goal kick. Sub coming on. Looks to be Allium, I would assume, for King University. I'm not entirely sure where he's going in at. Ogunboy coming off. I'll get confirmation who that is once he turns his back and I see his number. That is, in fact, Ryan Allium, the big striker and goal scorer for this King University team. Looking to make a little bit of a difference. They only have 20 minutes to find 3 goals for at least a draw. It's a tall task against this Bruins defense, who has not only been solid tonight, but it's been like this all season long. I really do think the turning point in this Bruins season was the early loss at Belmont Abbey. I was able to travel with the team to that game, and they looked all out of sorts. They had an hour-and-a-half talk after that game in the locker room. I'm sitting on the floor writing a story in the hallway, and I was wondering what in the world was going on in there. I finished everything for postgame, and I just walk in, and they're still talking, and they are shifting blame. They're taking blame themselves. Clock will stop again, and that card's going to come out for Mario Figueroa. This was a deep talk in the locker room of Belmont Abbey, and that's when they figured everything out. And since then, they are 5-0-1 with the draw against Converse University. They're looking for win number 5 in a row tonight against the NCAA DII school. And regional starts in just less than a month, and they are an absolute force ready for the postseason. Will Hodgkin with the good effort, good hustle again. We've seen a lot of that tonight. That pass, Will, was a little risky. Back to Dallas Albert. Swain gathers it. Up to Allium. And Bergen gets back. Ryland Bolt in on that by himself, going 1 against 2. Gets past the first one. Ryland Bolt with some speed. Has Mario Figueroa next to him. Mario Figueroa trying to get past Rue. Figueroa gets past Rue. And back into the middle. Ryland Bolt can't put that in the net. That's the 3rd shot by Ryland Bolt that's been barely missed tonight. Subs will come on for the Tornado. Swain coming off for number 10, Tijani Kelly-Fowie. And Mercandi's coming off for Weston Joyner, another senior on this Tornado team from Louisville, North Carolina. And now Figueroa coming back out, getting some rest. Rye Solomon back on the field. Ball's initially won by Hennigan. Bolt trying to get it away from Rahill, but Rahill gets it to Martinez. Up to Caruso with Albert on his back. Albert says, no, not today. Not right now. Solomon with space in front of him. Will Hodgkin coming. Not entirely sure what Solomon was trying right there. I think he slipped. Bruins move on. Moriarty. Up to newly subbed on to Johnny Kelly-Fowie. Trying to look for Allium. And Braswell is just going to pick it up. It seems to be that the Tornado are without their leading goal scorer, Pedro Herrera, tonight. I haven't seen him play. He's number 8. He's the senior from Conescordas, Colombia. He has 3 goals on the season, so it's not like he is a huge goal scorer that is very much missed. That pass is off target. Bergen in on it. Bergen dribbling forward. Bergen with a far-out shot, and that goes very high and very long. Had solid contact. Clock's going to stop while the ball comes in. Punt by ball boy Gael. It's a little off target, but in. Moriarty. Sends it up to Allium, excuse me. Good pressure by Campbell Moore, but that's cleared out by the Bruins again. Eli Solomon, great defense against Martinez. Martinez gets a throw in. David Issa just up the field, getting it out of their defensive third, making King University have to reset. Riley Bolt's up there giving a little bit of pressure. And Will Hodgkins there giving heavy pressure, forcing that one away. Moriarty now with the ball, looking forward, has space in front of him to dribble. Great ball to Alvarez. Alvarez with the ball in the corner now, straight into the box, but deflected out by David Issa. It's going to be a corner kick again for King University. Francisco Alvarez is going to take this, and yet again, they're going to load the box. They've had some very close chances on the corner kicks they've had tonight. Had some great set pieces, but sometimes it's just kind of hard to shoot through about 7 people. Alvarez, hands in the air, near post, headed out by Dallas Albert initially. On shot, that was a good shot by Renan Caruso. Goes a little far wide, still 3-0. 15 minutes left in this match. Braswell splits up the field to Rise Solomon. Solomon to Issa, drops, or cuts back, excuse me. And now drops back, and that one's going to go all the way back to Ballady. Braswell. That pass is off target, a little too high, even after the high jump by Issa. Good tic-tac passes by the Tornado to get that one away. Trying to find Neal up top. Now at the feet of Moore. Campbell Moore out to Alvarez. Alvarez gets that ball in the corner again. He's been very effective tonight. Back to Caruso. Clock will stop. Someone is down, facing down. I think that might be Eli Solomon. He looks to be in an immense amount of pain. Head is buried. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Trainer will come out. We can only hope and pray for the best. Not entirely sure what is wrong. Based on the response, it looks like him and Tajani Kelafawi may have collided unintentionally. Kelafawi makes sure he's okay. We appreciate that sportsmanship. And Solomon's going to walk off the field under his own power. Head is still down. And now Pierre-Jean Philippe's going to come in for him. So Micah Hennigan's going to come over to the right side where Solomon was. And Pierre-Jean Philippe is now on the left side. Play should resume as a drop ball where the ball is right now. It should not be a free kick. So Pierre-Jean Philippe's going to have a chance. Maybe. Clock will resume now. Alvarez drops it a little bit. Now makes a run. And David Issa has to just shield out. But Issa gets the ball. They've been complaining about ball boys all night. That one was rolled right to the corner, and Alvarez just missed that one. Alvarez is going to take another corner kick for the Tornado. They've had several of these tonight. Bruins have stayed strong so far. Alvarez into the box. And headed away by Rise Solomon, the shortest person on the field. That's a shot from far out by Martinez. That one sails. Braswell quickly to Ballady. To David Issa. David Issa can't get a touch. Ballady takes blame on that pass. Clock will stop again. That back heel flick, excuse me. Wow, that was weirdly hard to say. Back heel flick. Call a corner kick. I don't know about that. That one was off of Allium for sure. But the Tornado with another corner kick. They've still yet to score on something like this. 12.5 minutes to go. Into the box. Far post. Header. Down. Moriarty. That shot's hit off the face of Bolt. They're going to try to send it back into the box. Try to get Chris Neal out wide, but that one goes too far. It's going to be a Bruins throw-in. Out to Pierre Jean-Philippe with a lot of space in front of him. Can he get a good touch? Oh, and he gets elbowed by Moriarty. Bruins will have a free kick. Good passing by the Bruins. Pierre Jean-Philippe on the left side against Moriarty. Has Ryland Bolt now in the corner. Ryland Bolt into the box on the ground. Pierre Jean-Philippe trying to win it back from Moriarty. Moriarty is that strong defender back there. And now, Weston Joyner dropping it back to Martinez. Cross-field diagonal pass. Beautiful look to Francisco Alvarez. Has to Johnny Calafawi now on the right side. That one's going to call a foul against Ballady. Ballady takes credit, not credit, but says, yes, I fouled him. Credit was the wrong word right there. Free kick for the Tornado. Alvarez has been busy here in the second half with these set pieces. Two-man wall, Bergen and Pierre Jean-Philippe. Into the box, far post, and Cam Braswell comes and grabs it. And that's going to be a goal by Allium. After Braswell collides with Albert, Dallas Albert's down. It is 3-1. Allium put that one away. Braswell initially caught it, but hit Albert. And Albert's okay. Wow.
Tornado goal scored by number 21, Ryan Allen.
The trainer's out there, has to look at Dallas Albert since it was a head injury. Allium trying to get his team more excited. They have 10.5 minutes left. They could easily score 2 goals if they really, really tried. It would take a lot of effort to score 2 more goals against this Bruins defense. But in the game of soccer, anything can happen. Anthony Ruiz will come in for Dallas Albert. I don't expect this to take long. So Bruins lead is cut to 3-1 after the collision. Allium scored his second goal of the season. And now play will resume. 10:41 left here in the second half. Bruins can't panic. Tornado now with a little life in them. Solomon to Issa. Issa, cross-field pass. That's going to be too high in the air. But Ryland Bolt gathers it to the left side. Micah Hennigan with his left foot. And easy bounce and gather for Rue. Rolled out to Moriarty. Ballady with heavy pressure. Has to get back to his spot. Good step by Ry Solomon. And that pass is a little too far out in front for Weston Joyner to get to. Braswell is going to make this take as long as he can. And Dallas Albert is lined up to go right back in. That's what I expected. Braswell punting the ball for, I think, probably the first time tonight. Up the field. Moriarty wins it in the air. Issa to Solomon in the middle. Solomon pass to Hodgkin, back to Anthony Ruiz, who's now on the right back spot. Micah Hennigan to Provenzano. Heavy pressure by the Tornado. And I mean heavy pressure. And that one's going to be cleared up the field. Good initial touch by Bolt. Bruins have numbers if they use them. Micah Hennigan with Hodgkin behind them. Hennigan shot with his right foot far post. Not on target. Clock will stop while the ball gets into the field. Dallas Albert subbed right back on for Anthony Ruiz. Rue telling his team to get up the field. Anthony Ruiz back in for Micah Hennigan. Clock will start again. Bowdy drops it back to Braswell. And Braswell just kicks it out of bounds for a throw-in. Alvarez. There's a foul call on Ryland Bolt against Kelly Fowey. Kelly Fowey's going to take this one. They're going to send everyone forward. They could make this a real nail-biter if they get this one in the net. They send everybody up, so Bruins have a chance to counter if they get immediate possession. Kelly Fowey's looking into the box. Both hands raised. This is a big moment here in the match. 8 minutes to go. Here we go into the box. Everyone is there. Headed out by Matthias Bowdy. Into the air. Bowdy gets deflection. And Bowdy now on the ball. Finds Bergen, who finds Hodgkin. Bruins get the ball out. 7.5 minutes to go. Tornado going quickly. Good win. Provenzano gets pressure. Hodgkin now on the ball. Back to Solomon. Back to Hodgkin. Trying to play around the ref. Issa to Jean-Philippe. Pierre Jean-Philippe splits his defenders and is fouled by number 41, Martinez. And you better believe the Bruins are going to milk this one for all it's worth. David Issa on the ball. And the clock will stop again. And the ref is talking to Anthony Ruiz. Why is the clock stopping? Ruiz was on the other side of the field. And we'll resume. Again, final 10 minutes is going to take about 30. Issa high into the sky and drops right perfectly into Rue.
This is insane. Get this ref out of here.
Bergen, fancy. Nice 50-50 ball. That's won by Chris Neal. Chris Neal with the ball still. Finding Caruso out wide. Caruso on the right against David Issa. Caruso back on his left foot. Far post. Oh, man. Chris Neal was there. Header gets deflected out for another corner kick. Number 41, Eric Martinez coming out. That's number 18, Leroy Mataroots, now in the game for the first time today. Mataroots now with his first touch. Into the box. David Issa clears it out. It's going to be a throw-in right near half. Kirk Rahill. And Provenzano, easy header away. Rye Solomon trying to get on it, but cleared out by Campbell Moore. It's going to be a deep throw in for the Bruins. 5 minutes to go here in the match. Last time Bruins lost here at home was last season to Southern Wesleyan. It's been a while. And even when a D2 opponent comes in the house, they control. They're up 3-1, less than 5 minutes to go. Tornado trying to hurry. Bruins have possession back. Solomon. Anthony Ruiz now. Ruiz just kicks it up the field toward Pierre Jean-Philippe. Pierre Jean-Philippe's going to get to that first before Moriarty. And that one's going to be a throw-in. Ryland Bolt's going to take this one. He has the power to throw it in far. The first goal tonight for the Bruins was off of Ryland Bolt throw-in off the head of Jake Moriarty for an own goal. Doesn't look like you're going to throw it far for this one. Into Hodgkin. Hodgkin does not get a good touch. Allium trying to split Tuso and Bowdy. He cannot. That's going to be a foul called. Tornado takes it quickly. Chris Neal into the box, and that one's going to be caught by Cam Braswell. Cam Braswell saw that one the whole way. Allium's getting upset because Braswell is taking his time and doing the right thing. Provenzano up the field looking for Bolt, too far up in front. And Gavin Rue will gather. And now Rue's taking his time. Why isn't Allium getting upset at him? Rue's still taking his time. Now finally kicks it up. Took longer than Cam Braswell did. Provenzano heads that one forward. Ryland Bolt gathers. Bolt to Bergen. That one's tipped up. Caruso. And now Allium is through. Allium trying to get past Braswell. Braswell's out of his box. Allium back into the middle. No one's home. Ryland Bolt will come get that one and send it all the way up the field with a Will Hodgkin running. Kicked all the way back up the field. Caruso against David Issa. David Issa is just going to shield him out and get possession. Miscommunication. Alvarez comes and gets that pass. Great tackle by Bergen. Alvarez is down. Possession still at the Tornado. Newly subbed on Mata Roots. And now clock will stop again because Alvarez is down and hurt. Just over 2 minutes to go. Our trainer will come out and make sure Francisco Alvarez is okay. Alvarez seems to be very shaken up. It looks like right ankle. Alvarez is back on his feet, limping off the field under his own power. It's a good sight. And Alvarez jogs off. Toby Thomas, the freshman from Bartlett, Tennessee, comes in to replace him. It's Bruins ball with just over 2 minutes to go. Braswell. punts it all the way up the field. Ryland Bolt making it difficult. Toby Thomas, first touch was a good pass. Good crisp pass to Neal, but Neal's pass back to Thomas was not such. And that one goes out of bounds for a Bruins throw. David Issa, far throw into Ryland Bolt. Ryland Bolt trying to get a touch. Trying to get past Thomas. He gets it off Thomas for another Bruins throw. That one's going to waste a little bit of time. Minute and a half to go in the match. Bruins still lead 3-1. No one's giving Ryland any options. Now finally he goes to Will Hodgkin. Back to Rice Solomon. Hodgkin. And that one's going to go out for a corner kick. Beautiful play by Will Hodgkin. It's exactly what you want to do at the end of a game. Clock will stop. Looks to be a yellow card given to Allium, number 21. And play will resume. And that was going to be another. Oh, nope, out for a goal kick. Less than a minute to go for King University. They need 2 goals. Rue sends it up as far as he possibly can. And Matthias Ballady gets the first touch. Possession regained. Issa against Caruso. Issa tips that one away. Pierre Jean-Philippe with the power. That one goes out for a Bruins throw. Less than 30 seconds in this match. The Bruins looking to close out a big win against an NCAA D2 opponent. Flicked on toward the middle by Bolt. One last try by Campbell Moore. That one gets deflected out by Dallas Albert and kicked into the night sky out for a King University throw. And the Bruins are a force. 5 straight wins for the Bruins. They win tonight 3-1 against the King University Tornado, a D2 opponent. Watch out, NCCAA. They are coming to regionals in just over a month, and they are ready to win it all. They win tonight 3-1 against King University. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Trent Goldsmith, signing off from Alumni Stadium. I really hope to see you Saturday on homecoming weekend. Good night, Bruin Nation.
At the end of regulation, Bruins 3, Tornado 1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending tonight's game. As you leave, make sure to properly dispose of any trash you may have or take it with you as you exit Alumni Stadium. You can follow the men's soccer team as well as all of our other Bruins teams all season long at BJUBruins.com. We hope to see you Saturday night for homecoming, where both the men's and women's soccer team will take the field at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Have a great night, everyone, and go Bruins!